This is the brand new JBL Bandbox Solo, a combined practice amp and a Bluetooth speaker with an AI-powered stem splitter. JBL is market leading when it comes to Bluetooth speakers and sound systems in general. So in this video I want to explore what the Bandbox Solo can offer for guitar players. I will show you the features and show you how it sounds and let you know my honest thoughts on it. And it's a paid video, but I'm sending back the Bandbox Solo after the review and no one has any say what to include or not in this video. First of all, of course, you can just use the Bandbox Solo as a sound system. And I won't get too far ahead of myself when it comes to what I think about the sound quality or anything about this, but I can safely say that it delivers very good audio for both music and podcasts in most room sizes. In larger rooms, it may be worth considering upgrading to its bigger sibling, the Bandbox Trio. And at the time of filming this, it looks like this will be $260 and the Trio will be roughly $680. But please use links down below to get the most updated prices in your area. And then of course, the main thing about this thing, you can use it as a practice amp. You can plug in just your guitar for guitar sounds, just a mic for singing if you want to do that, or you can combine your guitar signal with headphones and use an internal mic in this device. And in this video I will only focus on the guitar part because I can't sing for the life of me. There's a 1/4-inch TRS input for guitars on the side here, headphone port on the back, and also a USB-C port for charging and for sending the signal of the Bandbox to a Mac or PC for recording. The controls are few but simple and intuitive. You can turn on and off the device, pair it, access different guitar presets, and you also have some simple menu options. A tuner, metronome, and looper is also accessible on the device itself. And then there's a separate stem AI button that will give you the option to turn up and down the volume of the guitar of a song that you are sending through the device. You can turn down the vocals or the rest of the instruments. You can split them and you can control them. If you want to go deeper into the settings of the Bandbox Solo, you'll have to use the JBL One app on your smart device. Then you can control the pitch of a song that you are running through the device, and most importantly for us guitar players, this is where you really take control of your guitar tones. And there are several presets and you can tweak them all. You have a noise gate, compressor, auto wah, and overdrive, a bunch of amps and cabs, modulation, echo, and reverb. You can of course save presets and you can decide which ones that should be easily accessible on the device itself. have some more tweakability on the looper inside of the app, and you can also access a drum machine with the app. And now I really want to start to share my opinions of the Bandbox Solo. So let's start the review part of this video. And let's cover the cons first, the negatives. But I will say this up front. I think this is a really good device and I don't have much negative to say about it. And the first thing to point out for me is kind of nitpicky and not really a con, but marketing wise, I'm not sure if the use of AI in the stem splitter is necessary. It is AI powered, yes, and maybe to the general Bluetooth speaker market, the AI buzzword is a good sell, but I'm not too sure about the guitar player community when it comes to the use of the AI word. And especially for the more advanced guitar players, my guess that they're even against anything AI. AI evokes a lot of emotions now, so personally I would just stay clear of using it on the product or just the name. I could use like the AI engine inside of it, but I just wouldn't mention it. And I think it's even more impressive if the Bandbox had a button that said stem splitter and I didn't know how it worked, because stem splitting it's kind of black magic no matter how it's done. So I would just market it as stem splitting. Yeah. Then there's another thing that I want to point out. For this video, I wanted to utilize the guitar sounds of the Bandbox in a recording to use it with bass and drums in a band mix. And that is something that you can do because it has a USB-C port that you can connect to your Mac or PC. I find the guitar sounds to be good enough to use in some recordings, and you've heard them already in this video. But to record guitars together with drums and bass, that was difficult. Even with the most latency-friendly settings in my DAW, I wasn't able to record without a significant latency. So to record guitar alone, that is fine, but for the more professional tracking sessions, I couldn't get it to work properly. And this is definitely a more pro feature that isn't promised by JBL in any means. And this isn't meant to compete with a Kemper, for example. And I'm not sure if it's a thing that can be fixed with firmware, but it's worth mentioning that I had issues with this whilst testing the Bandbox Solo, if that's something that you could see yourself using it for. And now over to the positives, and there are a lot of them. The sounds of the speaker itself, they are amazing. I could easily use this as my main listening device in my kitchen, bathroom, or any smaller room, potentially also in the living room, but I would probably opt for a bigger solution in bigger rooms. And JBL really knows how to make stuff like this. It feels really sturdy, it has some weight to it.
Are they heavy?
Yeah.
Then they're expensive. Put them back.
It's really easy to work with. I was able to understand most of the features without using the manual, but I do recommend that you use the manual when you get it. I wouldn't want more buttons or features on the device itself, and I sort of accept the fact that you need to move over to a smartphone to access the guitar sound tweaking. And the app itself is really good and simple to use. And then there's the big question, is JBL able to utilize their technology to get good guitar sounds? Yes, I would say so. There are a lot of good amp models and pedals. Some of them sound really good, some of them sound kind of bad, but that is a bit down to preference, and I do hate some of the sounds that I get from my Kemper and HX Stomp as well. And also I would say that the presets that sound bad are also often easy to save or to fix by tweaking some stuff. I do always find presets in devices like this to be a bit hit or miss, and some of them are just so over the top. If I was in charge of the preset team of something like this, I would just ask everyone to chill a bit with their settings. So yeah, you can fix the bad settings, or most of them, I would say. And I think there are enough amps and pedals to choose from. And even though it's a bit limited maybe in terms of quantity. I don't really think that you need more for a practice amp. So the sounds are good coming out from the speaker. They do get a bit brighter as you turn up the volume in my experience, or at least they are perceived as brighter, but there's a menu option on the Bandbox to counter brightness if you need that. And it's a bit hard to capture on video, but the guitar sounds you get are a lot bigger than the size of the Bandbox Solo suggests that they should be. I think the metronome feature is nice, same with the drums. The looper is a bit wonky, I think, not that easy to use, so I'm hoping that they will fix that with the firmware and software in the future. And then there's the stem splitter. That is just amazing, and it's a very useful feature to have on a practice amp. I assumed that I would use the remove guitar sound from the song part the most, but to my surprise I found that I was using the solo out the guitar feature the most. I found that even more useful. So I was listening to a song that I played for ages, and I realized that I played a guitar part wrong for all of that time because I was listening to the soloed out guitar track, and that showed me exactly how to play it. And if you are able to combine that with a slower playback, for example, using YouTube, you can send your YouTube signal through this. That's a really nice way of learning complicated guitar parts. Slowed down and soloed out. So that's a nice feature, and it's good that it works in real time because you are, again, sending your Bluetooth signal to the Bandbox. I sort of assumed that I would have to feed a MP3 or something into it, but everything happens in real time with whatever you are sending from your phone, tablet, PC or Mac. And that is really neat. Overall, I can't really see what more you would want from a practice amp in 2026. You have some competitors with a wireless guitar system built into the product, like the Boss Katana Air and the NUX Mighty Air. And that is something that I've been a bit curious about on practice amps, so I did go and buy a separate wireless guitar system to use with the Bandbox. But like, after some time, I just prefer to use it with a cable anyways and to have the Bandbox closer to me. So if you want to go wireless, I think it's best to get that as a separate thing maybe, because it's not that important in my opinion, turned out. And also to keep the cost down on this product on its own, because as it is right now, the price is really good for what you get. You have a good sound system that will work in most of your needs. And on top of that, you have everything you need to practice guitar with. Excellent guitar tones, a stem splitter, crafted in the fires of Mount Doom, or its AI, a metronome, drum machine, etc. Everything you need. I think it's more than good enough for the beginner, and since it's for practicing, I think most pros would find it to be really good as well. Potentially, if you would want a bigger sound, more true to a larger amp, maybe you want to upgrade to the Bandbox Trio. But personally, I haven't tried that unit myself yet, so I can't say for sure. So that is the Bandbox Solo. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.